Hello people and welcome to Tip Tuesday. Ooh, that felt so good. It's Tip Tuesday. Today I'm gonna show you 7 tips that I usually use to fast edit a photo in Lightroom. So let's get into it. A histogram is a graphical representation of the tonal values of your image. It's a tool many beginners don't seem to understand. It looks rather difficult, but it's simple if you get to know it.
A histogram has 5 main parts: blacks, shadows, exposure, which is the main part, highlights, and whites. Moving to the right, tones will get lighter. Moving it to the left side, tones get darker.
White balance is basically the temperature of the colors in your image that you capture or edit. Ideal is to set it before you take the picture, but if you forget to do that, let's get into Lightroom and fix it.
To adjust this using the white balance selector, you have to find a neutral gray pixel and click on it. You'll see how the colors in your photo will change. You can hit the drop-down menu and see there the settings of white balance like shown on your camera.
Is the tool that allows you to fix lens problems such as distortion, vignetting, chromatic aberration, and so on. You can't apply this to any lens because that would make things really easy.
How to apply lens correction? Just go to develop mode in Lightroom or press the D on your keyboard, then scroll down till you find the lens correction tab. Open it, tick the profile correction box and remove chromatic aberration. You can also leave the settings on default and just choose the lens profile that fits the lens you used. In the drop-down menu, you have to select the camera you're using, as well the type of the lens. For example, you can't apply the same lens correction from a Nikkor 50mm to a Sigma 50mm just because they have the same focal length. They differ because the manufacturer is different. If you want to go an extra mile on this tool, you can hit the manual setting in the same menu of lens correction and experiment some more. At the very top, under histogram, you'll see different tools. The rectangle tool is actually a filter you can use on any part of the image.
For example, if you want to focus on the sky and make it really outstanding, you can do this.
Drag the filter top to bottom, move the cursor to the middle and you will see a red graduated color that shows which part of the image will be affected. This tool alters temperature, tint, exposure, contrast, also highlights and shadows. You can add a bit of clarity too, depending on what you want to bring out front in the image. Radial filter and adjustment brush do the same thing.
It's mostly a painting brush, and I really love using it because it allows me to do changes anywhere in the photo. From skin tones to eye color changing, almost anything. Usually I drop the saturation to 0 so I can see better where I'm making the alterations. After finishing my corrections, I'm moving to the same settings as the radial filter.
To use the adjustment tool, just press K on your keyboard or just under the histogram in the right side, then go to the section of the image you want to apply it to. Select the square bracket on your keyboard to choose the brush size and start painting. A tip: square brackets are located near the enter key and sometimes don't work if caps lock is on.
You can easily change your creation by using histogram to fast edit your photo. Let me show you.
Simply hover your mouse over histogram and drag it left to right. As you pick different parts of histogram as shown on tip 1, you can see the sliders move depending on your selection. Blacks, shadows, exposure, midtones, highlights and whites. Keep in mind that histogram affects the whole image and it's not a filter. Don't forget to rate your photos. Let's say you import all your image from a shooting and you encounter 5 or 6 identically from a burst. You can rate the favorite ones with a 5-star or others with 3-star and the last you like with a star. It's a good method to keep track of the best shots, and also when working with clients it's easier to find the ones that they have rated 5 or 4 stars. It works the same if you want to label them in different colors from 6 to 9. So don't forget to rate your photos and ease your work. Some bonus tips that I want to share with you are some handy shortcuts. So every time you did a mistake, use Ctrl plus Z. You can undo things, or use Y on keyboard for before and after.
So last but not least, let's edit one image based on the 7 tips that I showed you today, and let's see how it goes. DJ, spin the music! Thank you so much for joining my Tip Tuesday. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I think it's here, or it's here. Subscribe if you liked it, and see you in the next ones.